Hi, I'm Peter Pritchard with Animas Mountain Mortgage, and I've been lending in the entire state of Colorado for over 25 years. Interest rates are likely to go down over the next few years, and I want to help by giving you a gauge to know when it's a good time to refinance. There's an old rule of thumb in the mortgage industry, and that's that once interest rates are 1% or lower than your current interest rate, you should consider a refinance. There's a second part to that rule as well, and that is that you should recoup your cost to do the refinance within 36 months or 3 years. So let's look at the numbers. Let's first make the assumption that the cost of your refinance will be $3,000. This is more or less accurate, but can be less if, say for instance, an appraisal is not required, which is often the case on rate and term refinances. Well, that would bring your cost down from $3,000 by about $700. So it can be better, but for the sake of argument and comparison, let's use $3,000. Say for instance, your current mortgage loan amount is $100,000 and your current interest rate is 7.5%. And that would make your monthly principal and interest payment $699.21. If you were able to refinance 1% lower at 6.5%, then your new monthly payment would be $632.07, and that's a difference of $67.14 monthly, which sounds great. But let's look at how long that takes to recoup your costs. So the $3,000 cost of the refinance divided by the $67.14 monthly savings equals 44.68. So 44.68 months or 3.7 years. Well, that doesn't meet the 36-month category. So in this case, 1% isn't quite enough. Let's try 2%. The payment would be reduced to $567.79, a difference of $131.42. That number divided into the 3,000 is 22.82 months or 1.9 years. Now that does meet both rules of at least 1%, in this case 2%, and less than 36 months to recoup your costs. So that's a good option. Now let's look at a higher loan amount of $500,000. Same scenario, 7.5 and 6.5. The payment at 7.5% is $3,496.07. The payment at 6.5 is $3,160.34, a difference of $335.73, or a recoup period of 8.9 months or 0.74 years. So with a higher loan amount, refinances will look more enticing with a lower drop in interest rates, which is exactly my point. The 1% and 36 months rule of thumb are great indicators, but depending on your specific situation, it may or may not make sense to refinance. I would recommend using the 1% rule as a reason to reach out to your trusted mortgage broker and ask them for their advice at that point. A couple of last items that I want you to keep in mind. Whenever you refinance, you are potentially extending the term of your mortgage, which is very expensive. So in the instance of you, say you initially bought your home using a 30-year mortgage, it's been 5 years, and now you're looking at refinancing. If you refinance on a new 30-year mortgage, you're extending the term of your loan by 5 years. So all of a sudden you're in a 35-year loan, or hypothetically, which is super expensive. You're paying a lot of interest to do so. So my recommendation is when you're looking to refinance, if you have 28 years or 25 years remaining on your current loan, look at a new 28-year loan, not a 30-year. Look at a 25-year if you've got 25 years remaining on your loan. You will be much better served to do that so that you don't keep extending the term of your loan and spend a lot of money that you don't need to spend. The second thing that I want you to remember is mortgage lenders always want to refinance your loan. So oftentimes they'll charge fees to make your interest rate look artificially lower and meet that 1% rule. So remember that the 1% interest rate should be the organic rate with no additional fees. So if they say your interest rate is 1% lower, but you're paying 1% fee or 1% of the loan amount, which is an origination fee, you're effectively buying your interest rate down by 1 point, and that is not what I'm talking about. You want the organic interest rate with no fees to be below your current interest rate by at least 1%. So hopefully that helps with your future refinance. If you're in the state of Colorado and have any questions, feel free to DM me for more information and I'll help as best I can. This is Peter Pritchard at Animas Mountain Mortgage. Thank you.